Rowdy Ronda Rousey is all elite. Ricochet finds himself in a whole mess of social media hot water. We're finally getting Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and what proved to be an amazing start to Raw. We got all that and so much more, and a new segment called Top Rope Takes tonight on Off the Mat, your new wrestling obsession. I am Matt, and with me, as always, I've got Sticksboy73 and the dirty one himself, Dirty Dom Tober. Boys, how are you this evening?
Oh, I've been battling a nasty cold since Monday, but other than that, up for the task of talking wrestling because it was a busy week. You know, kind of a lot going on this week. Which,
apologies to everyone for the late start. I was moving a shed into my backyard before the show, stepped on a rusty nail, and had to get a tetanus shot. So
fell through a table, man. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I got put through a table. Just got jumped by a random masked wrestler who looked much like I got attacked by a random masked man. And
nice.
Put through a shed and had a nail go in my foot, so I had to go get a tetanus shot. So that was all fun.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good thing the nail didn't go in your ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Nah, but true. That's cool.
I would probably.
Was it a rusty nail or a new nail?
It was a rusty nail.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have gone for a tetanus shot if it was a new nail. But so much happened on wrestling this week. I want to start off by talking about what everyone was talking about before Monday. Randy Orton's heel turn on SmackDown. How'd you guys feel about Randy Orton's heel turn on SmackDown?
You know, all right. We all said something different. You know, we came from we said it was going to be Cody, Randy. You know, whoever said what's what. I know you said a couple things, Matt. I said a few things about that.
I meant to pull up your clip because you're denying that you kept saying, "Oh no, it's going to be Cody that attacked Jacob Fatu."
Then I said Randy Orton. I said Randy Orton. I said I got to feel it's Randy Orton. He goes, no, it's not. And I was like, that was like in another clip. But regardless of the fact, was it the best idea to have Randy turn heel? Because we did talk about there was 4 baby faces fighting each other. Somebody had to turn heel.
Best idea, only idea.
Yeah. So I don't know. You know, Randy, but when he did that, people were cheering him. So I don't know if he's going to get the boos. I think Cody will get all the boos. See, I was thinking you have Cody turn heel, and that would make a much more a better storyline having Cody turn heel than Randy, because Randy's been heel already. You know, we saw what Cody could do in AEW as a heel. Mm-hmm. You know, so
here's the problem with that, and you and I were talking about this before. To turn Cody heel, you have to have somebody in the company that's a big enough baby face to take over that baby face role, because that's what Cody is. Cody is the baby face right now.
Yep.
So without somebody to take over that baby face role, they're not going to risk turning Cody heel right now.
Yeah.
So until we get that new baby face, and sadly, if you look at the industry, the only person who's probably babyface enough that could do that would be MJF whenever he decides to come over.
Well, I know he has a long contract. He just signed another mega contract, so it's not going to be until at least 2030 if you really think about it, if that's possible. Or maybe 2028 or 29. I don't know, but
there's nobody in-house right now that's a big enough babyface to take over that company face of the company babyface role that Cody Rhodes has.
Listen, my votes go for Kit Wilson.
Who was Randy on the phone with on Monday Night Raw?
All right, so there's a lot of speculation, and we were talking about that he had Styx's bad internet when he
did.
He did.
Internet.
Yep.
So he goes, he made the comment, Cody, you don't have the only royal family. So what other families can it be? The McMahon family, the Rock, have the Rock behind, come back. The Rock makes his triumphant return. It can't be Cowboy Bob Orton and his dad, stuff like that. It's got to be somebody that we know, there's not many royal families that are out there that are really that are big.
Doesn't his brother, I don't know if it's his brother or his uncle, didn't they wrestle at one point? Matt Orton.
Yeah, he's got his whole family did.
He did. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's another mystery.
Do you think it's Rick? I don't want to see Rick on TV.
No. Rick Flair. I don't think
it's Rick. No.
Do you think maybe it's the other name I've heard thrown around is Kevin Owens?
You see, now we're talking
Kevin Owens has a Cody Rhodes problem.
I know, because we talked about Kevin Owens coming back, that they were talking about that his update, he's getting better. They said that he might come back at the end of the year. So we don't know that if that is true, if he's healthy enough to wrestle. But
yeah, one speculation you mentioned, Rick. One speculation that I heard was, if not Rick, maybe Charlotte.
But Charlotte's I've heard that too, but Charlotte's babyface. Like, what you're gonna really jeopardize? And what does Charlotte have to tell Randy? So you're really gonna jeopardize babyface Charlotte?
Could it be somebody outside the company that's coming in? Could it be Chris Jericho?
The way he said, they just reminded me that wrestling has more than one royal family.
Yeah,
like it's got to be somebody. Like I know Randy does, but it's got to be somebody that has ties to both of them to really sell this feud, right?
The DiBiase's? I know DiBiase's son is getting indicted.
Have you seen the meme going around there where it's like Randy Orton's face on the phone and says, "You've received a collect call from state penitentiary." Yeah.
I saw that.
It won't be him.
No, could it be maybe Shane McMahon?
Maybe.
I thought about Shane, but he says it was good seeing you a few weeks ago. So it's somebody that's been around.
But maybe, so if you could see you a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was him. He talked to him. Like maybe he saw him like off screen somewhere, and hung out with him.
In the back.
I don't know, man. That's going to be a mystery. They're probably going to expose that mystery in WrestleMania when Randy wins the belt.
As long as he doesn't come out of a box, we'll be all right.
That's why I think a lot of speculation is on The Rock. A lot of people think it's going to be The Rock.
But listen, you talk about The Rock.
Yeah.
But you see Roman Reigns grab the camera and says to all the Samoans out there. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot more Samoans attack CM Punk. So I got a feeling that we'll talk about that storyline later. But the whole thing is that it has to be a small circle of people that Randy was talking to, and if it is The Rock, that he sold himself to the Rock, that he sold his soul to The Rock. It became his corporate champ. He's going to become his corporate champ. The Rock's going to come out, and we'll get the storyline.
The whole storyline nugget again.
Yeah. Well, so I think that if they course correct the storyline with John Cena and now do it with Randy Orton, it could work because knowing that Randy Orton is going to be there longer than John Cena. John Cena was retiring, so you could actually have a full-blown storyline with Randy Orton. So maybe if they do that storyline that they were supposed to do with Cena, that's the only bet I can think of.
I think they're just going to have to weather the storm and have Randy heel and just let them cheer or boo him at Mania because. You can't control the crowd. The crowd's going to do what the crowd wants to do. So
what are you going to stop?
They're going to boo Cody regardless because they're tired of seeing him win.
Boos, like fake boos, AI the boos inside the other.
Yeah, they're going to boo. They're going to boo Cody no matter who he fights because they're sick of.
Well, listen. Also, you got Sami Zayn going berserk. We don't know what Sami Zayn's angle is. Freaking going off.
No water bottle is safe from Crash Out.
You know, right? The water bottles are going to fight and revolt against Sami Zayn. I actually thought the show. I actually thought the ending was good. I felt so when they were talking. He goes, we've been this for a lot. We're together, this and that. We're friends, this and that. When he signed, he goes, you know what, Randy? When Randy goes, I thought this was going to be easy. I thought it was going to be easy with McIntyre. And then freaking Cody stopped him and was saying, don't worry about it. Do what you have to do. I'm going to love you no matter what. Boom. So
Yeah.
I kind of like when that happened. I was like this. Yeah, I think he's gonna turn. I had that feel. I was like, either Cody was gonna do that to Randy, or Randy was gonna do that. And I'm like, yeah, something's gonna happen at the end because they really specializing in this. And then Jelly Roll came running, and he fucking pushed Jelly Roll. Get out of my way.
Yeah, I don't know why we're getting a Jelly Roll match at WrestleMania. I don't care if it's against Royce. I don't care if, he's going to partner with Royce Keys against Kit Wilson and The Miz. I don't think we need Jelly Roll at WrestleMania. I don't think we need Jelly Roll in the ring whatsoever.
He took a spot from a wrestler.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's the problem. That's the problem with celebrities. When celebrities get involved in the WrestleMania the matches, they take up the parts away from wrestlers that can use the.
They're grasping straws, man. They're trying to get everyone they can in the building to sell tickets.
They're getting desperate.
Yeah, Jelly Roll's a big name. He'll sell some tickets. Let's book him in a match.
He's going to sing the national anthem, get involved in a fight, because you know that Royce Keys is going to win. Royce Keys and friggin' Jelly Roll are going to win. And to put Royce Keys in that type of matchup, come on, man. You could have something better for him.
Got to put him somewhere, I guess.
Right? How do you not have anything for this man? That tells you that creative does not know what to friggin' do. And they're dumb. You could have him. There's storylines that could be used. You could put him in. I don't know, man.
Well, they signed him here. They signed Royce Keys so that AEW wouldn't re-sign them.
Yeah,
basically, because they didn't have anything for him at the time. It's like, listen, we're going to sign you. We probably won't have anything for you right away. We'll plug you in here and there where we can.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. There are.
I know that. We know that's
bullshit. Put him in any fucking thing.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
He gets a paycheck either way, I guess. But
yeah.
For us, it's frustrating because we would like to see him on TV.
Exactly.
So that's where the frustration is on our part because we want to see him.
That really sucks, but you know what? Hey, I'm happy he's finally getting something going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, all right, we'll get into talking about our favorite moments from the shows later on, but we're going to try and do a couple new segments here tonight. The first of which we're going to call Off the Top Rope. What this is if you've ever seen Pardon the Interruption on ESPN, we're going to do 2 minutes. We're going to take the top 5 news stories from the week, and we're going to take 2 minutes and talk about them and go through them and debate them. So it should be a good conversation, good fun, and kind of give us all a chance to talk some of this stuff through. So let me add this up here. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you some background on the topic, and then we'll start the 2 minutes of the conversation. And if we don't take the full 2 minutes, that's fine. And when the buzzer goes off, that means it's time to move on to the next one. But kicking us off here, we got a huge update today that Braun Breaker, according to some insiders and from WrestleVotes on Fightful Select, both indicated that the backstage feeling is that it is a positive update on Braun Breaker, and that sources from this week's taping shared that they are very optimistic that Braun Breaker will return before WrestleMania. So I'm going to start the 2 minutes here and say, how do you boys see Braun Breaker returning? Do you think he comes back as, like we said, one of Seth's best men and spears Seth? Or what do you think? Do you think WWE? Seth technically hasn't been cleared yet. So I feel like they're just buying time to finally get a final.
Absolutely.
I actually think that his process is much brighter than Seth right now until Seth is clear. But the right way would be him attacking Seth as one of the masked men, like you said, which was actually a brilliant idea. That's good. But I think Seth is going to come out, and I think they're going to have a verbal confrontation because we only have 3. How many weeks we have left? It's 5. How many weeks left to WrestleMania?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So either
it's 1 month. It's exactly 1 month from today.
Okay. So you know what? I see him coming back and doing the as one of the masked men. That'd be the best angle because eventually. I actually think Seth is close to clearing. It's just that he's coming back soon. Probably by the time Braun Breaker comes back, he will definitely be cleared too as well too.
I'm just afraid we're going to keep doing this masked man angle where all these masked men are going to run all over the ring and do the Benny Hill music until Braun Breaker shows back up every week.
But we need that, because if you're going to, just keep an eye on the masked men when they come out again and look at the heights, see which looks like Braun Breaker. And that's going to be.
Listen, yeah. The last time they did this and it was, and they revealed Seth, right? All you had to do was pay attention to the one with the microphone in their hand.
Well, I think it's such an angle that even AEW is apparently doing it on Dynamite last night, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I think if we get Braun Breaker, it's going to be right before WrestleMania, probably the Raw before, or maybe 2 weeks before WrestleMania to set that match up. And they're going to just hold off doing anything with Seth until then, have him be on TV, but not really move anything forward with that. All right, next up, Ricochet has caused a lot of social media backlash this week, if I could talk, because he's got a little hurt, or he's taking his ability to play heel on social media a little bit too far, where a fan told him that he, is a terrible actor, and he basically said to her that I'm happy you have MS. So we've led to him and his wife, Samantha Irving, receiving death threats. What are your boys' thought on Ricochet and what he said? And there's a lot of speculation going on that he won't have a job with All Elite Wrestling by this time next week. What do you guys think about what Ricochet said, and what do you think his punishment should be?
Well,
I'll go first on this one. You went first. I think he'll still keep a job, but I think he needs a little bit of social media training. I mean, it's great that you're a heel and be a heel, but you gotta remember where your line is and not to cross it, right? So I think that's where he's at. He's in heel mode, and he just went way off where the script should have gone. And I still think he'll have a job at the end of it. I don't think he's going to lose his job, but it's going to take some time to get this whole thing behind him.
Do you buy his half-assed apology? Because I feel like he only apologized, one, because his friend came out and told him he should. Two, it's because TMZ picked it up. Nobody was talking about it really until the last 24 hours, and then TMZ picked it up now. So now it's a big thing, and he's out there.
Right.
And his apologies say that he hates the IWC and he took it out on her, and he's sorry that he took it out on her and anyone else who's affected by MS. It's kind of a half-assed apology. I don't think he should be fired, but I definitely think there should be some punishment where he should have to go to sensitivity training of some sort, or he should be off TV, suspended for a while. There should be some sort of punishment there. I don't think anybody should lose their job over it, but it is a little ridiculous.
Well, listen, I think my big thing is that part of this could be a part of a storyline too. It could be all part of the his heel to make him look like he's a dastardly a villain type of a character. Because
but
I know TMZ picks it up. That's a big thing. But then again, TMZ can be part of this too. TMZ, can work that angle into AEW to a point where it could be.
I don't think TMZ is part of this. I don't think.
I know. I'm just saying. But anyway, make a long story short, maybe suspend it or possibly just not fired. Okay, I could.
Yeah, go ahead. No, finish your thought.
I'm just saying that, he did get, he was at the high topic of all the wrestlers, man. So he kind of he actually beat out CM Punk, what CM Punk said to Roman Reigns about his father.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, that took over the wrestling moment of the week, him doing that. So,
well, I mean, the CM Punk line had to have been worked out between the two of them. So I know, probably knew. This lady doesn't know he's going to tell her.
I know, but maybe it's his aunt or somebody. Who the hell knows? It could be worked in the storyline. I don't know, but I doubt it.
It's cool that you want to play a heel and you want to take it off and online into the IWC, but there's a time and a place, and sometimes you have to tone it back. And he didn't know this woman had MS. He doesn't know who she is. He probably just read it in her bio or one of her tweets and then decided to use it. There's a time and a place. You have to be an adult in the room. You have to use your head. you can't be this stupid and say that shit like that and not think it's going to get picked up when you're a professional wrestler and there's a spotlight on you.
Choose your words correctly. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Choose your words correctly.
Yeah.
Next up, Gunther's WrestleMania status. It's been going around, and a lot of speculation is Gunther was supposed to have his match with Rey Mysterio, but due to Rey Mysterio's rib injuries right before the Royal Rumble, that is now off, and there is effectively no plans for Gunther moving into WrestleMania. Guys, do you think WrestleMania survives without Gunther, or do you think the career killer has to have a spot on WrestleMania? They have to come up with something creative-wise.
I'm going to talk first in this one. I think he has to have a spot. I think he has to have a spot. I think you need to find something for him to do. It's unfortunate. I know he was going to, and again, the hesitant Rey Mysterio didn't want to retire either because he's not retiring anytime soon. So to have him fight Rey Mysterio to try to retire him, but the fact is that he already said that he's not going to be. He doesn't want to be retired yet.
Right?
Don't you think Rey should retire if he had that hip injury or whatever it was, and then to come back and a month later have a rib injury right before Royal Rumble, and maybe your body's telling you it's time to retire?
Maybe. I actually think Mania, it would have been, I know everybody wanted the Oba Femi match with Brock Lesnar. He could have fought Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar is retiring, but he could have retired in WrestleMania, make it a bigger spectacle. I said a SummerSlam, if it's going to happen at SummerSlam. But now I think the SummerSlam thing is going to be off now. I think he's going to have to.
But it seems like these retirement matches, aside from AJ Styles, like Goldberg was at main event. Probably tried to get him at main event. It seems like the main event seems to be one of the spots that they want to do those kind of things.
But in the rumors,
I think AJ just talked to me to, hey, I want to do it at Rumble.
In the Dirty Dom sheets, I have a potential rumor later on we'll talk about with Gunther, but they have to find something definitely for him. You can't have the career killer, not having a match at WrestleMania, the biggest spectacle of wrestling.
Do you just have him go against Dragon Lee again? Do we get a third Dragon Lee match out of this?
No.
Stick says no.
Good.
I
say no, and I either not.
Our 2 minutes.
Yeah, Gunther is your top heel. Not having him at WrestleMania, it would be a crime.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, moving on. Next, Ronda Rousey shows up at AEW Revolution with Marina Shafir to call out Toni Storm after Toni Storm picked up the victory over Marina Shafir. What do you boys think of Ronda Rousey in AEW, and do you even care? And should she even be back in a professional wrestling after all of the damning things she said in the past about professional wrestling?
Go ahead, Six.
What is she doing? Why is she here? She coming in. We talk about people taking spots. She's taking a spot from someone because she's already got this fight with Gina Carano coming up, so she's not going to be doing it
to promote more of.
I know it's promote, but she's not going to be doing any wrestling. She's not.
She ain't promoting nothing because Tony Khan didn't want to promote Happy Gilmore 2, which was the biggest thing on Netflix. Why would they want to promote anything going on their competitor that's a WWE partner? So they're not going to promote her fight with Gina Carano. That's the whole reason. Like they didn't follow up with it on Dynamite last night.
Right. So I'm not for her being here. I don't care. I don't think she brings anything to wrestling in general. So who cares?
Well, I'm going to be honest. It was a surprise, a shock, her coming out because she said she gave up professional wrestling. She wasn't coming out anymore. She wasn't going to do any more wrestling at all, no matter where. Mm-hmm. They must have offered her a lot of money to.
Oh, I'm sure he threw a bag at her.
Oh yeah,
money talks and bullshit walks.
Right? Exactly.
But her and Marina Shafir are really good friends.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that she's there. But if she's calling out Toni Storm, she's obviously going to do something in AEW probably All Out or All In after her fight with Marina Shafir.
Yeah. But it also promotes her. I know they're not going to promote the fight because I know it's on Netflix, but it's promoting her as a character of the other person who she is, Ronda Rousey, to make her relevant again because she's been out of the spotlight for a while. And now that coming back
again, she doesn't. There's no end to it because right now she's still got this fight coming up. She can't do anything.
I know, but this was a big shot for everybody.
Setting her, I guess a setup is one thing, I guess, but if you're not going to have a payoff,
hey Dubs, what's up,
3 months down the road, what good does that do you?
I don't think that she should be, if she's going to make all these damning comments talking about professional wrestling is fake and all this shit she's talking about professional wrestling, why are you coming back? It just makes you look hypocritical. It just, I don't know. I don't really care to see Ronda Rousey on my TV in a wrestling ring again. I guess time will tell and see how bad the fight between her and Gina Carano turns out to be. Hopefully it's good, but we'll see. We didn't get a good payoff with Mike Tyson. All these boxing fights on Netflix so far have been kind of a letdown. So we'll see. Hopefully this UFC
we'll wind up getting a Braun Penny match next.
No. I don't think so, Dom. Keep Pope alive on that one, Dom.
Yeah.
Next up, we have John Laurinaitis AI controversy. So John Laurinaitis was at this professional wrestling gig and had a meet and greet, and he posted this picture online later showing all the people that came out to meet Mr. Laurinaitis. Oh, Mr. Johnny People Power Laurinaitis had this massive line of people just ready, waiting for his signature. He put it online, and he subsequently has since been mocked and called out by professional wrestlers and people in the IWC for this image.
Do you honestly think AI. That Laurinaitis will generate this many people?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And but besides, he's in the lawsuit that's going on that he actually was the cover-up man for Vince. With all that stuff going on, and he's gonna have that many people. First of all, coming out. Like these guys, like all these AI generated people.
Towel boy.
He is no longer part of the lawsuit. He got removed from it because he agreed to roll over on Vince.
So that's right. Yeah, he did. Yeah, right. So he's out there, but really, this many people coming to see him, doubt it.
Like you have all these wrestling personalities and all these people that do wrestling podcasts like us, uploading photos of autograph signings they did through AI now. Rhino did one. Rhino posted one and said, I want to thank all my wonderful fans who came out for my signing over this weekend. It was much appreciated. You packed the house. And I want to let you know there's no way this is AI or fabricated in any way. You look at this picture. Look at this guy here and all the blank stares. And this guy looks like he's almost got glasses there because he's got like the connecting part here almost and then across his nose, but there's no lenses.
You got the Hulkamania guy looking straight ahead.
Yeah, you got just the most generic Hulkamania shirt I've ever seen. Like you got Hulkamania written in Comic Sans, and you can't even understand what it says under Hulkamania. There's no way this is an AI, and it's so AI that after he was called out about it, Laurinaitis has since taken the post down.
Yep.
So just keep getting yourself in more deeper and deeper shit there, people power.
Yep.
There you go.
Mr. Laurinaitis.
Because I don't think this many people were in line. Like this guy looks like the guy you see at the normal comic book shows that is a dealer who's got the fucking long box stack full of books that is first in line.
Look at the picture. Is that Laurinaitis, the picture he has in his hand putting down?
Yes, it is.
Look like a woman.
Yeah, it is.
Look at his arms. Look at his tiny little T-Rex arms.
I know. Look at the face.
And like you can't even make out who's on the picture he's signing. And
I know.
He doesn't even have a pen in his hand. There's not even a pen there.
Look at the cup. Look at the cup. The cup is in the book.
No, it's on the back side of the book.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's totally AI, complete AI slop.
Yeah,
nice
great,
try there, Mr. Johnny Laurinaitis. But all right, that's it. That's our top rope takes. Those are all 5 topics in 2 minutes or less. Good job, boys.
Good.
It was quick. It was a good way to cover all of the hottest news stories this week. I do want to touch one more thing too. Back on just a real quick circle back to the Ricochet thing. If you're sending death threats to Ricochet and his wife for all things because of this, you're a piece of shit. Knock it off. Yeah. And you don't need to send death threats over fucking professional wrestling and comments made online. We live in America. It's free speech. Yes, there's consequences for what you say, but death threats is fucking ridiculous. And if you're out here throwing around death threats, get a fucking job and get out of your mom's basement.
It's somebody in his mom's basement using AI. Let's do it.
What he said was not right. I do not appreciate or back what he said at all.
Mhm.
And making fun of someone with a debilitating injury or
Disease.
illness or disease is not okay. But
Nope.
sending death threats is just fucking despicable.
It is.
But
Yeah.
all right. With
It's
that
fine.
being said, we're gonna try another segment. I didn't have time to make cool graphics for this one because I was busy stepping on nails. But I want to talk about and recap this week's shows. But instead of going through it beat by beat like we normally do, give me your favorite moment, least favorite moment, and what you maybe thought was a botch from SmackDown. We'll start with SmackDown this week. Just as a refresher for you guys, in case you don't remember, we had a Solo Sikoa versus and Tala Tonga match versus Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan. Jade Cargill versus Michin. Nia Jackson, Lash Legend against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. You had Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Los Garza. Tiffany Stratton and Kiana James. And then you had Trick Williams against Jacob Fatu. And that was your plus your Jelly Roll and Miz and your contract signing. So what was your favorite moment for SmackDown, favorite match from SmackDown, least favorite moment, or what you feel like was the botch of the week?
Actually, my favorite moment was I think the Trick versus Jacob Fatu. I like the fact that is it me or like when new wrestlers come in, they usually have a lot of like interactions with like shitty ass wrestlers, this and that. They're putting Trick Williams in the heat of everything with all the big boys, and he's getting matches with all the big guys, not having these jobber matches that usually the guys have. They're putting him in there, and he's becoming a legit star. The more and more I'm liking Trick Williams, man, more and more, man, because we used to trash on him when he was NXT, man, and you used to say, oh man, he has to be better than Mike. He has to do this, he has to do that. He's getting better. And he's
definitely been really fantastic. I'll admit it. He's been fantastic on the main roster.
Oh yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
I'm a little disappointed that they're turning him babyface.
I know.
But he's been absolutely fantastic.
I don't think they're going to turn him fully babyface. I think he's going to be more of like a
tweener.
Yeah, in-betweener type of thing. You have him more against everybody and being a dick and being a whole bunch of shit, and at the same time, he'll step up when he has to. But I thought that was a good match. Jacob Fatu and the freaking goddamn McIntyre. I quit. So I'm like, all right, he's going to film Highlander. And then he fucking comes back at the end to freaking interfere in the match. So that was that. Listen, the least favorite matches, man. How many times does Michin have to fight Jade Cargill? But I'm telling you, I told you that Jade Cargill, that Michin and B-Fab will be her freaking two right-hand women come later on. They're gonna help her. Freaking Rhea Ripley's not winning the belt. They're gonna help her. They're gonna become her henchwomen because
you think that she's gonna get her own secret Hervis?
Yes. If you can't beat them, join them. So B-Fab and Michin couldn't beat her all the damn time. How many times are they gonna have to keep losing to the same person? So she's gonna want them joining them and help them help. What else? I think. Well, the Randy Orton thing, of course. That was a great touching signing of happening. But overall, like I said, the Trick Williams and the Jacob Fatu was the highlight for me. And I'm tired of the lantern with the freaking goddamn. How long is that storyline going? The MFTs and freaking goddamn Uncle Howdy. Come on, break it up already.
4 months now.
No, since November. Since November, dude.
Yeah, 4 months.
It's
4 months. It's 4 months.
5 months. 5.
I think we're coming up on 5 months. Yeah.
Dude, it's lying. It's a long fucking time.
Yeah, way too long for a storyline.
I don't need, my least favorite moment of the night was probably the Jelly Roll, Miz, Kit Wilson stuff.
Yeah.
WWE's just like we talked about, they're grasping for straws. They're going to do anything they can to sell tickets. They're trying to get anybody they can in the arenas. That's the whole reason Jelly Roll's getting a match. I don't mind Jelly Roll, but I just don't really think that he needs to be in a wrestling ring. So that was kind of my least favorite moment of the week. For me, my least favorite match was probably the not Damian Priest, but the Jade Cargill match. Not that I don't like Jade Cargill. I think she's
I don't
fine.
like her either. I know what you mean.
She needs
It's
some
gonna be
work
all the
still.
wrestlers, dude. There's no other wrestlers.
But she went on a podcast today and said that she wants to wrestle and she hasn't been able to because all the big main women are tied up in the tag team division. So she hasn't been able to wrestle.
You know, freaking Jordan Grace hurt her foot. She's out. She's out. I don't know if she broke her ankle or sprained the ankle bed. She's out. There's nobody really in the back, you know, because I know Rhea Ripley was put in there because, of course, what the face is hurt, you know.
Well, like she's saying, they don't have anyone else for her to wrestle.
There is nobody else, but the whole fact is there are some people that you can wrestle, you know. But unfortunately, like I said, they're tied up in the division. Yeah, the tag team division. Yeah. They're trying to make tag team out of certain people. I like to see her go up against Last Legend. That'd be actually awesome. That'd be a good fight. You know.
Well, she's sitting here calling to fight Tiffany Stratton again because she's saying that she doesn't feel like her and Rhea Ripley is a true money match. That her and Rhea Ripley are not a WrestleMania worthy match.
Yeah. But you can't say that to the woman that actually is the most dominant woman in wrestling in fans. They love her. When her music hits, they're cheering like crazy. So
yeah, Rhea Ripley is definitely your big money drawer on
in
any professional wrestling right now.
I don't know, man. Every time she comes out, she's getting better and better looking. I can tell you that there's something about it. Like I know unfortunate, and I know there was some backlash that Bubba Ray said. Was it Bubba Ray that said that she should have went to NXT? And I think if she went to NXT, I think the NXT experience would have helped her a lot more because there's no more house shows, so she can't really practice her craft more than anything else, except when that time comes. So I think if she was at NXT, she could have really got a lot more of the kinks exposed and fine-tuned.
Well, AEW didn't do her any favors because she went to AEW. She won the TBS championship. She held that championship and went undefeated. And I think the one time she lost was right before she left AEW.
Yeah.
So they weren't doing her any favors. And, I think NXT would have helped her get ready for the WWE system and how WWE does things. Like you said, no house shows. She's not getting the reps to get better. So she's trying, but she's not getting the reps to get better. So I think she's got the look and she could have the skills, but I just don't think she's able to put it all together right now. And sadly, they're trying to do that on TV with that championship and them not giving her matches and focusing on the women's tag team division. That's great that the tag team division is stepping up, but you also have your world championship kind of being treated like a mid-card title now, and nobody's going after it. So you have to insert Rhea Ripley there because there's nobody else from SmackDown in that picture right now to challenge Jade Cargill, which is sad because the original plan was Bianca Belair, as we all know, but Bianca can't get this finger thing figured out. So
she can't figure it out.
That was the next big money match was Rhea Ripley because she is the top woman in the industry. And my favorite moment from SmackDown this week would have to be the contract signing, the Randy Orton heel turn, absolutely leaving Cody Rhodes laying bloody mess. I was hoping we were going to get more from it on Raw, but like we said, we got a live from Styx's basement interview. And, you can't get the guy. It's 2026. Like a laptop webcam is at least 720p. You got to show up here with a 480p webcam to put Randy Orton.
Wasn't it kind of odd that they had the interview? They had that interview on Raw. Like I was telling you, they put it together. They had Randy Orton talk to Michael Cole on Raw. I know because he's the number one journalist. But the whole fact is it's more of a SmackDown. He's more for SmackDown, but they had him on Raw. So you see, this is the crossovers they used to have a long time ago, before Raw and SmackDown did their own separate thing. They would have one wrestle on one night and then another night do an interview and be on the other show another night for a back stage segment or like bad shaky internet type of shit too.
It was the most thing. It's promotion, man. They don't have a lot of going on. They're juggling creative teams. That was the hottest thing going. It was the most talked about thing. So you're just kind of following up. Your next show after it all went down, yeah, you have Randy Orton on it. And of course, he didn't say anything. He just showed up, was talking to somebody else on the phone, and then told Michael Cole, I'm not going to give you an interview. Wrestling has more than one royal family. And, took his shitty internet and went home. Or his shitty internet from his home.
Thank you, Sticks.
He did call me for the Wi-Fi password. So
that was my favorite moment of the night. I don't care what anyone says. Heel Orton is best Orton, and I want the Viper, Randy Orton, back heading into WrestleMania for him to win championship number 15.
Yep.
Yeah. What say you, Sticks?
As far as worst spot, I think I hate to say it, the Jelly Roll segment wasn't my favorite. Listen, I like Kit Wilson. I like Jelly Roll. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish there. Getting a Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll match, maybe. Who wants that? I don't. So boo on that. As far as my favorite part, I'm gonna shadow Dub down here, and the old Danhausen Miz segment. Every time Danhausen comes in and doing his little curse stick, keeps working, and at some point they're going to give him a match. So
yeah, what did you guys feel about the way Danhausen is being used right now? Do you think WWE is effectively using him? Do you want to see more from him? Because really, like, if you're only paying for the premium Netflix, if you're on the ad-supported Netflix, you're not seeing him come out and do his shtick of throwing out T-shirts and things like that. Right. Like his comedy, he's comedically funny, but how long till can WWE really milk that until it becomes boring?
I'm fine with the way they're using him now. I do want to see him get more in-ring time in the future. Obviously, they're trying to roll him in a little like on a quiet roll and then build him up to something using the Miz.
Are they trying to build him up on a jelly roll?
There you go.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Maybe. Maybe. There you go.
Look at Sticks. He's got Randy Orton internet right now. Yeah, see it.
So yeah, that's it. I like Danhausen. So keep going with what you're doing, but know that you got at some point you're gonna have to put him doing something in the ring, wrestling wise.
I think Kit Wilson is actually one of the best kept secrets that they got going, that they're actually doing, and it's really taken off the fans' toxic masculinity type. I really think that him and Oba Femi is actually pretty gold. If you think about it, when they put him in the poems Oba Femi, that's actually pretty good. If they had something more like that, maybe something more like of Oba Femi goes, I want you to read some poems, more poems.
Read some poetry for me. Poetry. Yeah. I will say that Kit going solo hasn't hurt him. That's all. That's what I'll say. It hasn't hurt him. In fact, I think he's upped his game because of it, especially with the new music. And I think that kind of invigorated what he's doing with the product. So that's what I'll say about Kit Wilson.
I'll tell you this, boys. My favorite match of the week wasn't a WWE match. It was an AEW match.
Yes.
Adam Hangman Page versus MJF for the AEW Championship. Texas Death. Insanity.
Yes, that was insanity. He's taking time off. That's how bad that crazy that match was.
The syringe through the mouth.
That's crazy stuff.
The cherry topper is when he pushes it and you see the water spitting out of the end of the syringe.
No, and then he freaking took the chain and choked the shit out of him, man. And then he fell right into the camera. Boom, the blood in the camera. That was actually really you see, shit like that. WWE used to be really good. And AEW for creativity and what they're doing, you got to give it to them. They're getting better. And they actually had the attendance was much bigger than WWE, and the viewership much bigger than WWE. So they're starting to pick up some steam. The
only negative I'm hearing on Revolution is that it was too long. Otherwise, it would have been probably the best pay-per-view of the year across any companies. 5 hours, like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4,
He had 10
5,
matches.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 matches. 12 matches, 5 hours.
That's crazy, man.
And not to mention returns. You had the return of Will Ospreay. You had the return of Cope. You had the return of Christian Cage. So you got some massive returns. Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
Revolution. And I think that's the other reason, too, that Randy Orton showed up on Raw is because you had the heel turn on Friday, but after that, Revolution was dominating the IWC, the pro wrestling space. So WWE had to do something to deflate them. And what better way to do that than have Randy Orton show up on Raw? Because everyone's like, oh, no, oh, crap. Like, Randy Orton's going to be on Raw. And they also did that at the other great moment of the week, was the beginning of Raw with Oba Femi coming out to challenge Brock Lesnar. And I texted you guys. I texted the group chat, and I was like, oh, so Michael Cole can't even pronounce Bailey, right? Calls Bailey Becky. And then we find out we're getting Maxine Dupree and Natty again.
Yep, that was the worst part of us.
And then we started with the masked man shenanigans. I was like, oh, well, I might as well just turn Raw off right now. And the minute I say that, here comes Brock Lesnar. And what a good promo by Seth. What a great promo by Paul Heyman to come out there looking all disheveled and looking like he's wearing the same suit that he was wearing last week when he took the chair shot.
What did friggin' LA Knight do to him? LA Knight did something to him.
Took him to the hospital.
Kidnapped him.
He took him to the hospital.
Yeah, did something to him too. I know, took him to the hospital, but did something. But you see, we almost got the Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins thing where I was telling you about the angle, telling you about why would he do that? Why would he take the open challenge? But then that was one of the best segments that they had. The first part of Raw was phenomenal. That was freaking awesome. How the lights went out. And when the lights went out, I didn't think it was Oba Femi.
I didn't either.
I know. I was like, what the hell? Who the hell is this?
I audibly said, oh, okay, well, I guess since Seth isn't cleared, he's just going to do the masked man thing. He's going to scatter in the darkness. I have to expect him to trot Danhausen out there right now and have Brock Lesnar F5 Danhausen. Like, Danhausen try to curse Brock and have Brock F5 him, But no, Oba Femi came out and who says Brock doesn't sell? I got to give it up to Brock.
Yeah, I like when Brock said, put your foot on my chest.
Yeah, put your foot on my chest and point at the sign. Give it up to Brock for selling. I don't know what marks are out here saying Brock can't sell, but he absolutely did. Do I think he wants to go undefeated until he retires? Yes, I do believe that there are a lot of truths in that rumor that was going around last week. But hats off to Brock for telling Oba Femi to stand on my chest and point at the sign, making a star. Because I think Brock damn near could have touched the rafters with how high Oba Femi put him up.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think
the crowd. You heard freaking Michael Cole. Holy shit.
Yeah, and Michael Cole, the GOAT that he is, man, what a good call. I'm glad he didn't say, something corny. It was just played out. Oh my shit. Holy shit. He helped sell that moment so well. It was really, really good all the way around.
Yep.
The rest of Raw, though,
the rest of Raw could have been, you know what? The rest of Raw was just generic. It was a good Raw pay-per-view. You know what? The promo between Roman Reigns and friggin' Cole and friggin' CM Punk, old for him to get mad at that. But apparently they had something else planned, but they couldn't do it. And remember what I told you, the plan I told you, that at least I have a bloodline. Where's your family heritage? You had a damn dog.
They were going to bring up Larry, and apparently somebody backstage didn't feel comfortable with that, so they nixed it.
I know. So that would have been really like, holy shit.
But getting mad at the old comment was the wrong thing to do because it didn't make any sense. Talk about a promo that you went 2 weeks in a row from throwing heat at each other to a promo like this, to where now like it's completely taken me out of even caring about this feud. I don't care. I don't care about this match anymore. That promo completely took me out of it. That you're going to have Punk, out of all the visceral shit Punk says, the shit he said to the Usos, and Jimmy punched him in the face last week. I did say syringe, yes.
Yeah.
all the shit that he said to Jimmy and Jay last week, the shit that he said to Roman to his face, the shit that he said this week, you could have got angry at saying, the fact that Roman said your wife draws more than you do. Okay, that makes sense.
Let me ask you a question.
Catching the manhood, but to get mad about him calling you old.
You know what it is? I think he was working off the fact of when who told him that he was old? Freaking Big Daddy Cool fucking said that he looks old wearing the t-shirt, and I think he keeps hearing the whispers of old, and it pissed him off. That was the thing, because all the other podcasters are calling him old. But I think the biggest thing, which people aren't really talking about, like I said, when Roman grabbed the camera and saying to all the Samoans out there, I would be very surprised. You could still have the storyline with the Wyatts, that Solo Sikoa comes to Raw and attacks CM Punk.
I don't want that, surely, just because I'm tired of the Wyatts and MFTs. They need to move on from this.
I know they're probably gonna. It's gonna probably wrap up at WrestleMania. They're gonna probably have a for the urn.
I hope so.
4x4. They're probably for the urn to win the.
You mean the lantern?
The lantern, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think
might as well be an urn.
Him saying that, you might get a surprise. You might get some surprises with WrestleMania with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Maybe Zillafat 2 finally signs with the WWE and comes into the fold, and he'll probably go to NXT. But I'm just saying. But you might have some good things. Give or take. Raw, Raw had to be so. You would think the big draw was Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. That was the other big draw, and then Seth Rollins. Like I said, Seth Rollins came back. So it was overall, with the exception of fucking Natty and fucking Maxine Dupree. And I was telling backstage before you came on, looks like you might getting a female Vision in the Vision. Freaking Austin Theory was talking to Maxine Dupree at the end when she was sitting down, sad that she lost to Natty, and they were talking. And then Daniel Logan's like, "Oh, Daniel Logan, freaking Logan Paul's like, come on,
Daniel Logan,
fucking Oba Fett." So we'll see that you could possibly have a woman that she interferes, and that's how the Usos lose the belt. That Maxine Dupree comes out that helps the Vision win the belt.
Yeah, for me, best moment of Raw was the opening with Oba Femi and Brock. Worst moment was by far the promo at the end. You're old. And best match for me, hands down, was Dragon Lee versus Penta.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Which
they're clearly moving on from Dragon Lee and Gunther because Gunther didn't interfere in that match.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised. So they are. They're definitely moving on. When we get to the Dirty Dom sheets, I got, like I said, there's a thing I'm going to talk about with that, the Dirty Dom sheets. But other than that, like I said, my main thing was the Maxine Dupree and fucking Natty. I feel bad that they have to keep doing this because there's no one else that can fucking fight. And Natty looks like a team move Ronda Rousey, man. That she was standing there turning around with the hair the way the cornrows that Ronda Rousey had and all that stuff like that, standing there like she looks. I don't know.
Yeah,
she doesn't look intimidating. They really ruined that whole character of what she had. Dungeon Natty. I'm not buying it. It really doesn't show me. And I feel bad for Maxine Dupree because I see the energy that she is. They should have.
She wants to be good. She wants to be good.
I know. They should have left her with friggin' these guys.
American Made.
Not American Made.
Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy.
So
yeah. I'm gonna kind of go along with you, Matt, for the two. The only part of the Punk thing that I didn't like, that didn't even. I'm used to being called old. The whole Easter egg thing. Why do they have to do these Easter eggs? Now this time he has to bring up Samoa Joe. For what? Is Samoa Joe going to be signed again? No,
I think that was just a fact that Roman kept calling Punk Phil. So he's like, I'm not going to call you Joe because
Roman Reigns' name is Joe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he said,
No,
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
that,
call you
but
Joe because there's only one Samoan who I respect by the name of Joe. But I get what you're saying.
yeah, I the Easter eggs that don't they aren't going to pay off in anything aren't worth anything. Why even mention it? Because we know he's not coming back to WWE, and if he does, that would be a huge surprise.
But it's just like without Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns can't cut a promo again. We're getting back to suffering succotash because, he basically regurgitated the same shit he said in the background to the Usos before coming out there. He said all that crap to the Usos, and then he came out there and regurgitated the same shit in the ring. Like he brought no other heat. Like there was nothing. So, I mean, I fully believe the rumor that they were supposed to bring up Larry and somebody backstage didn't feel comfortable with it. And apparently it wasn't Punk. It was somebody else. So, it's
crazy. All right.
I don't know. I feel like that promo really hurt that match, and it made it to where I could give two shits about it now, where whatever's going on with Oba Femi and Brock and whatever's going on with Randy and Cody are way more interesting to me now than Punk Reigns.
Punk Reigns, yeah.
I got a story. I got some hidden, some dirty shoots on that too as well. I got a couple of things I can talk about.
And then, did either of you watch NXT on Tuesday night?
I caught a little bit of it, not much to talk about. I wanted to watch it, and I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing. I got a couple of little tidbits.
Busy.
Yeah. So,
what's our match count for WrestleMania now? Let's see. We got Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar.
Still at 5.
We got to be at least 6 now. Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Punk Reigns.
Yep.
Orton,
Cody.
Rhea Ripley and Jade
Cargill, Rhea Ripley.
Stephanie
Fekir and
Stephanie and
Liv.
I feel like there's one more that I'm missing.
I believe that's it.
Let me see.
I think
Jacob Fatu and
they haven't announced that yet.
No, actually, they announced next week. Tomorrow, SmackDown. Jacob Fatu's fighting McIntyre. So it's not a WrestleMania match.
No.
Damn.
No, it's only those 5
for now.
They've been on the Cody Randy thing and then the Punk Reigns thing forever, and they haven't added anything new. Vakir.
I feel like there's another match that I'm missing, but.
And then we already knew the Brock Lesnar was going to have had the open challenge match. I thought that would go a little longer than it did to do the open challenge because we had so many weeks to go.
Oh,
but
you're gonna have.
But then again, he's not showing up.
I think it's gonna be. I'm sorry. I think it's gonna be freaking Carmelo Hayes versus Stroganoff.
Did you just call him Stroganoff?
No, Jurganoff. What's his name?
Versus a bowl of beef Stroganoff.
Ilya Dragunov.
Dragunov.
Not Stroganoff.
I said Jurganoff. That's Stroganoff.
Yeah. I mean, I think. Well, yeah. Finally, when WrestleMania comes around, I think you're gonna get Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Ilya Dragunov versus Carmelo and Hayes.
It's the same problem though that we've had for the last year and a half.
Yeah.
We're not getting matches until the final 2 weeks before things, and then just piecemealing things.
Seth Rollins.
I get it. People are injured, but
Rollins is going to get his match sometime just before a week or two before the WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think it'll be at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But by the way, Brock Lesnar is scheduled to appear on every Raw until WrestleMania, I believe now.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get a lot of back and forth between him and Oba Femi, and I think we'll get to see them do some more stuff together before they have their match.
See, now the whole thing is that you don't want Oba Femi to lose, but you don't freaking Brock doesn't have to win. So that means it has to be a disqualification match that before they even get into the ring, they fight each other.
And it's exactly what we said last week, that That's how it's going to have to be. And they're going to come out the next couple of Raws and they're going to just destroy each other and they're going to one-up each other to the point where they get so frustrated with each other. They just come to blows before the match even starts and it's just a double DQ.
Yeah.
Sticks is cooking. He's thinking.
Do you think if they have Lesnar win, that would be a good spot for Gunther to come out to?
Well, I'm telling you,
work for Lesnar to push towards the SummerSlam.
I'm telling you, Oba Femi is the Gunther killer. They're building Oba Femi to take down Gunther. That's why they're going to make him big.
I'm talking about Gunther Lesnar.
No, Lesnar is not going to lose double disqualification, so it's both of them don't lose. That they're both going to be disqualified because they can't fight. It's going to build up more momentum for Brock Lesnar to lose because he ain't going to lose until SummerSlam. Whatever matches he has,
I know he's not going to lose until SummerSlam. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying Gunther's going to come out and have a match with him. Yeah. I'm saying Gunther comes out and pushes him around and puts him to sleep.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see what happens.
Because start the heat going for SummerSlam. Because I think we've got a Saturday night's main event in between there. Somewhere. May.
Plus, I think we're supposed to have a Saudi show if that doesn't get canceled.
I think that's getting canceled. I think that's getting canceled because of the situations going on over the Middle East.
Conflicts.
Bullshit.
Yep.
But
hey, there's conflict over there, even if we don't inject ourselves.
Well, then I'll turn it over to Dom. And Dom, tell us what the Dirty Dom sheets are saying this week.
All right, the Dirty Dom sheets. We'll start off with Dirty Dom himself. He wasn't able to compete last night at Raw. He's in protocol concussion. He got a concussion in the fight in AAA, retaining the AAA championship.
Yeah, so, he took a wicked chair shot.
Yeah, wicked chair shot. He got hit. So he might be out for the next week or two, depending on how bad the severity is. So he wasn't there. Toni Storm from AEW, she is going to be out indefinitely for a while for the Undisputed injury due to the fight that she had this week, and she's going to be out, and they're not saying there's no timetable on when she's going to return. So I guess that's going to be definitely.
I will say it'll probably be the week after the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight when Ronda comes back
exactly
on AEW television.
Definitely, probably. And I was talking. Two things. So the WWE is proposing because Gunther was supposed to fight Rey Mysterio, but due to the injury of Rey Mysterio, they might be changing things around. So there's been a lot of discussion in the back that that they're talking. The officials are talking about having possibly Gunther versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That Paul Heyman will enlist Gunther to take out Seth Rollins, depending on if Braun Breaker is not able to compete yet either. Mm-hmm. So they're proposing that for the time being. We'll have to see what happens because if that's the case, Gunther's got to beat Seth Rollins. He has to keep the momentum going, so you can't lose. So Seth Rollins is going to have to lose. And that would be that. And for the other WrestleMania moment rumor, there's a possibility that we're going to know who the champion is going to be between CM Punk and Roman Reigns, because apparently CM Punk has stated that he wants to take a couple of months off of wrestling after WrestleMania. That's been circulating through the media. So we might have Roman Reigns winning the championship belt off CM Punk. Punk is going to take time off television. He's also apparently CM Punk has a undisclosed injury that he needs to rest. That
Stroganoff, that's as good as slow.
Stroganoff. So basically, that's the Dirty Dom sheets that I've gotten this week about certain individuals from AEW and WWE. But yeah, we'll see what else happens. That right now that's the rumors circulating out there. Like I said, until they really have a set card, I don't know, man. Like WrestleMania, we used to have the set card already put into play, and all the contenders were always bickering and fighting each other on the shows, so we know what's going on. We don't know what the hell's going on with this card. This, they're scrambling to find people to put butts in seats. They're scrambling to do things. They have half price ticket sales now. Buy one get one free. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's look at this optimistically. This could be a good WrestleMania. Not a great WrestleMania, but a good WrestleMania. I look forward to the shows after WrestleMania. Like, I'm going to look forward to the Monday night after WrestleMania. That we might possibly get a Chris Jericho sighting. Maybe Chris Jericho might finally come, depending on his contract. Because apparently, if you're hurt, they put the extra day, the extra time on. But he hasn't wrestled. He hasn't been hurt. He's just had time off to doing things. So what is the contract? They add extra time on for the time you've been out. Is that how it works?
Because he's not on TV, so
okay,
they're adding extra time for that. Tony Khan was at first always known for not doing that, and he bragged about not being one that retains and adds injury time.
Right.
But it wasn't until the Ray Phoenix stuff, and the who else was he holding? Ricky Saints stuff that he decided to pull that because they were both already clearly, and it was kind of the Ray Phoenix because him and Penta signed to WWE at the same time, and he was flaunting that he was going to WWE while he was still under AEW contract. And AEW put the kibosh on that by putting injury time on him. And then they put injury time on Ricky Saints too, but they finally let him go.
So, I was going to talk about that there. That's a thing, because once Penta left, that really left a bad taste in Tony Khan's mouth. You lost Penta, now you lose Ray Phoenix and stuff like that. So, but we'll see.
What do you guys think about Jade Cargill saying that she was really wanting to fight Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, and that was the original plan, was her to fight Charlotte Flair after the Bianca Belair injury fell flat, and they pivoted to Rhea Ripley? I think they made the right call because nobody wants to see Charlotte Flair in the main event for the women's championship again at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I know. But she's getting a pretty good fan following with this tag team alliance with Alexa Bliss. People liking her a little bit better. She's doing that. But I think they keep teasing her and Jade Cargill. So maybe
I think they do it eventually, but I don't.
Yeah, so I think after maybe we'll get her versus Jade Cargill SummerSlam. Because like I said, Rhea Ripley's not winning because Beechin and Fab are definitely going to be helping her out to maintain. Oh yeah, I got one more Dirty Dom sheet.
Oh, okay.
So do you know that Tony Khan had a bid in for WWE when it was up for sale?
I saw that today.
Yeah, so that was one of the things. So he had a bid in there, and he was like 15th or 16th on the bidding charts of WWE. So, hey, he could have. If he would have bought it, WWE would have been a lot different. We would have had a lot of things going on. We would have. You know what? Okay, aside, I think if he would have bought it, I think the storylines would have been better. We'd have had a lot more wrestling action. I think the action mixed in the AEW fast-paced stuff with the WWE stuff. You have a lot more matches, but you have a lot more talent. Like, you let the talent, which pisses me off about WWE. I understand you have to cut, you're saving costs, but you have to cut talent. Some of the talent you let go is actually better for the freaking goddamn company to have in there. And I'm still gonna say, Killer Cross, man. Killer Cross.
Yeah.
He got a big pop. His merchandise was selling. You were making money off him, and you freaking let him go, man. Now, but
he's doing great things on Indies. He's double champion.
Yeah,
and
now Scarlett is a champion too.
He got the right during WrestleMania weekend to fight whoever he wants, and so he's taking polls online about like dream matches fans want to see him have, and
that's pretty cool.
Can
he fight a WWE guy if they?
WWE ain't gonna do that. WWE ain't gonna do that.
No. Oh yeah, one more. There's another. I keep thinking about things that are coming out now. So Braun Strowman made a comment to Oba Femi. He said he'll take Oba Femi out. So I don't know if that's
Let's worry about getting your health issues under control before you talk about taking people out of their Braun Strowman.
But you know what?
That food he's been eating.
It would be a bad idea for WWE re-sign him again. Re-sign him.
Braun Strowman?
Braun Strowman, yeah. You need
Why? So they can continue to not do anything with him?
I know, but you can use him now because you have big men. When you have all these big men, between him.
They got big men now. They don't use them.
Yeah, they got Royce Keys, and they're not using him. Like Stick said, they've got big men right now.
I know.
You got what's his name there?
But don't worry, Braun Strowman's got everything on the menu.
Rusev.
Which actually beating WWE in ratings and stuff like that. So
yeah, they got Rusev jobbing out practically.
Dude, that Megatron. I'm sorry, I'm looking at some
Megatron.
No, some and I just seen online. No, I think
what are we talking about?
Yeah, I just figured in the chat somebody they put Megatron. I think it's time for them to go and really dig deep to start taking some of the wrestlers that they don't use and just make matches, man. Just put them in matches or put them part of a group or do something because you waste talent. Like I said, the Creed brothers. Look, I'm very surprised that Gaza got another call to wrestle on SmackDown that they're using them. At least they're using them, even though I know they lost. But the whole fact is, they get in the call. It looks like the friggin' the Motor City Machine Guns might break up because they're friggin' bickering with each other because of fucking Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah, because of Johnny Gargano. Yeah,
Johnny Gargano. Come on, man.
It looks like we're setting up a triple threat for it would really be a three-way tag for the women's tag team belts for Mania. Yeah, because I think the Bella Twins are going to lose this week, and then it's going to be Bella Twins versus Lash Legend and Nia Jax versus Charlotte and Alexa at WrestleMania.
With the Bella Twins winning.
Probably with Bella Twins winning. It did come out today that the Bella Twins confirmed that their new deal is a 2-year deal, and this is their final run. This is their retirement run.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yo, listen. Nikki Bella got friggin' destroyed by friggin' Lash Legend. Did you see that? When she got clotheslined?
Yeah, she got turned inside out.
Why did you had what's the name came what's the name came out? Why did Io Sky come out on she came running out with the what was the match she came running out with what the hell? I can't remember.
Was it the cargo match?
Was it Was it the
no?
Not Jay Cargill. She was she came out in Raw. Was it? No, it wasn't the AJ Lee. AJ Lee and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan. She came out with the Stephanie Fakir.
Stephanie Fakir after she got beat up by Liv Morgan and Raquel.
Yeah.
Made no sense.
Which Stephanie's still a goddess.
Yeah.
Even my wife said she's got some thick thighs.
I know.
That's thick with 2 C's.
Yeah, Jason Bourne was
it. For her, it's more like 3 or 4.
What's his name? Jason. What's the other dude? Was it Bourne? What's his name from NXT?
Miles Bourne.
Jason Bourne. Miles Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Dude, I love it. Dom's got Jason Bourne on the mind. He's calling Ilya Dragunov, Ilya Stroganoff. He's calling. He can't get Javon Evans' name right ever. He always calls him Devon.
Devon. Hey, I'm close to it, man. What do you want me to do, man? Can't help my fucking mind. Don't fucking comprehend half the shit I talk about anyway. Yeah, Miles Bourne is a lucky dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's clear that Steve Austin's relationship with the WWE must not be as rock solid as everyone thought, because he did not show up for 316 Day.
No, but he had plans. He wasn't even there. He had other plans. See, it would have been cool to have him come out and have one of those jobbers in the back come out and talk shit, and he would have freaking stunned him. And that's how it would end. He got a beer, and he would have freaking ended it, and people would have gone crazy. See, a little nostalgia shit like that. Really,
they don't need him to. They don't need him to show up though. They could have done a video segment with him somewhere, and he could have.
You know what, man?
Yeah, his some of his best stuff was him being out and about. At the we've seen at the hospital against McMahon.
I know, but you know what? Just him.
You have him at the store, and he's walking through, grabbing beers. Someone says, "Could I have your ID, sir?" And he stuns the shit out of him and walks out with his beer.
What?
Yeah, what? You need what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Dub. Daniel Logan. Who could forget Daniel Logan?
Hey,
Daniel Logan.
Why does everybody always put me under a microscope when I talk and say things all the time in every show? You're putting me.
We love what you say, Dom. That's
you're
what.
Putting me in pickle costumes. You're doing this, doing that. But, I'm well loved in this freaking goddamn organization, I guess, man.
To be fair, Tyson put you in the pickle outfit. I just showed the picture.
I know. I'm just saying the whole picture. Bastard, man.
Like we're not going to talk about some guy looking for a pickle party and not show the Dom pickle.
But you see, people got that wrong. It was never looking for a pickle party. It was a pickle festival in Baltimore that was going on at the same time as the con.
Party festival.
And everybody always said that right away they wanted to use that as fuel and ammunition. And of course, because hot-headed I am, I made everybody fucking jump on that bandwagon.
It's all right.
We love you anyways, Dom.
Let me freaking Katana James, right?
Kiana James. There's another one, Katana James.
Kiana James. Why does she look more of the superstar than Julia does? Like when she's out in front, this and that, and Julia in the back. Julia should be promoting herself more. Yes, Kiana James definitely has the assets, and she's definitely a good piece of eye candy. Let me tell you that. But
because Kiana James, she's a better mouthpiece. She's just essentially Julia's mouthpiece.
I know that's what she is. Yeah, because Julia can talk English. She can talk a little bit.
Her advocate.
Advocate. I know everybody's got an advocate, but you know what? But that we didn't see that coming. Thought that I guess they needed her to, because eventually they're gonna fight each other. They're definitely gonna fight each other. You know that.
Yeah.
Everybody in WWE fights each other at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kiana James. Javon Evans.
Katana. See, now you're actually saying it right. You didn't call him Devon.
Yeah, all I know is I'm going to keep calling Logan Paul, Daniel Logan, freaking goddamn, Joey Lawrence. I'm going to call everybody. I don't give.
Whoa.
All right. Well, what you guys got? Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about professional wrestling wise? Any other dirt sheets? Santo Escobar underwent tricep surgery today, so he's going to be out indefinitely. Just comes back only to get taken out again.
They were using, and he just signed a deal too, a 5-year deal to AAA and stuff like that. And he was complaining about his placement, and where he was and what they were doing. So, wow! So he hurt his triceps. So he's out. Okay,
that's crazy. He literally just came back.
Double tricep, freaking goddamn! That's crazy.
Dom takes a chair shot to the head.
Yep.
Busted him wide open.
Yeah.
How about the? Did you watch the? Was this last week or no? This was last week, right? The triple Reyes, the Reyes de Reyes.
It was Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday with Dom versus Vikingo.
Yeah.
And Dom winning. Speaking of chair shots, they had that chair wrapped in chain.
Yeah, Dubs. We talked about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
We also said he was on my internet. So
yeah, he was on Styx's internet.
Yeah. I told you, he called for the Wi-Fi password.
But
he was talking to Cody Rhodes' wife.
Jesus, Brandy.
Yeah.
calling her kid on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the Dom match I thought went pretty good. I didn't expect him to win.
I thought that maybe.
Hold on. I expected him to win, but I didn't expect it to go the way it did.
I thought that Finn was going to come out, maybe interfere.
Mm.
Do something.
Yeah, I thought there would have been something with Judgment Day, but there was none of that. And then just Omos coming out, who didn't really play a big factor in it.
Oh, yeah. And also the rumors have it that when Roxanne Perez comes back, she's going to line herself with Finn Balor. Like I told you. Because Finn Balor was the one that brought her in. That took her into the organization.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. She should be coming back soon, too. Roxanne Perez.
I think so, yeah.
It just sucks everybody gets hurt, man. It's just one of those. It's unfortunate that it happens, but
well, it's more free. Like we've already been saying for the last year or so.
Yeah,
it's more frequent because of the lack of trial and error and practice time that they get where they used to with the house shows, and we've been saying that for the last year and a half. That's not that's until they change that. These guys are going to continue getting injured as frequently as they are.
I agree. So, yeah.
What it is.
Do we feel like we're on the road to WrestleMania yet?
Not yet.
No.
1 month.
We don't even have one night booked.
But one whole night book, and tickets are still not selling yet. But they did lift the embargo. They lifted the freaking blackout thing, so people.
Oh, did they?
The show, they lifted that, so that's a good thing. So people don't have to pay the crazy prices.
Yeah. Until both nights are booked to everyone's liking, so they want to know which night they want to go to.
We know what sucks.
It's disaster
right now. It's disaster right now. So, and if they don't freaking do WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia next year, that's gonna be freaking disastrous too. Because all that money that they were paying, they paid a lot of money to have the WrestleMania there. So, but
yeah,
hey, due to the conflict, due to what's going on, and ticket prices, you're limited your superstars to do other stuff like other places, and you're limiting the freaking fans. Because I'm not going to the Middle East.
I would hope. Here's what I would hope for that. Okay, and let me know what you think. I wouldn't do any female matches over at Saudi Arabia. I would have another one of those
evolutions
beforehand and do those matches there, because it's one thing to go there for Royal Rumble or Crown Jewel, and you have their matches, but WrestleMania, who wants to go over there?
They're progressive sticks. They're trying to change their image. They're coming,
but they're not. They're not changing.
The Crown
nothing.
Prince is trying to, change the image of Saudi Arabia. It's Riyadh season, baby. It's Riyadh season.
Then they got to do exactly what Dom wants them to do: a bra and panties match.
Thank you.
That's insanity.
That would be crazy for that area. I know.
Yes.
They're gonna do a burqa on a pole match.
What we want is a bra and panty match in a mud bath.
That was crazy.
I gotta admit one thing. AJ Lee wrestled pretty good.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
Mm-hmm. But she was in there with Bailey. Bailey was going to make her look good.
And Bailey make her look good. But I'm just saying,
why we have Becky Lynch attacking her? So we're going to get Becky versus her at WrestleMania.
I actually thought that we would have Saraya come out, like mimic what when she first came out as a rookie against AJ Lee for the Diva Championship and won, and have that. That would have been a better storyline. Have Saraya come back and beat her at WrestleMania. There's still a lot of rumors.
Is she signed yet?
No,
I haven't heard that she's
still a lot of rumors.
I want Roxanne Perez versus AJ Lee for the women's Intercontinental Championship at Mania.
I like
That's
that.
what I want.
Yeah, I like that too.
And I'm speculating that they're gonna potentially have, I don't know, how crazy would it be if the night after Mania, I said this in the chat, Liv Morgan beat Stephanie Bakir for the title at Mania, and the next night Liv Morgan is in the middle of the ring bragging about how she's the greatest Royal Rumble winner of all time. She had a WrestleMania, blah, 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 and that nobody can beat her. And Sol Ruka's music hits, and Sol Ruka shows up to face her for the championship and the Raw after Mania, and Sol Ruka makes her debut and wins the women's championship from Liv Morgan. I think that'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. Also have Raquel figured out Raquel
Rodriguez
figured
Don't say Welch.
Make her lose.
Welch.
Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch.
Make Liv lose the belt to Soroka. How it would be nice to have the Vision out there. All of a sudden, we get friggin' goddamn Ricky Saints and friggin' Ethan Page as part of the Vision.
Ricky Saints is not coming up. He re-signed apparently with NXT. He's got his eyes set on becoming a 2-time NXT champion.
So Ethan Page might be coming up.
I think Ethan Page is, yes.
Ethan Page is that definite, I believe.
Okay. That'd be great. Have Ethan Page, have Soroka, and who else?
I think right now that's it.
Yeah.
You just bring up those two right now.
Ethan Page will kill it on Raw. He would kill it on Raw. He's fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking great, man. He's great. The mic, great shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any final things you guys want to touch on real quick?
No, I think that's it. I think we discussed it. I like this new format, Matt. This is good. You got everything? Yeah. Because I know we're like all over the place when we talk about things, but we had the steady places to talk about the things, which actually was a good cohesive discussion, which is good. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, let us know in the comment section below if you think we should keep top rope takes or if we should do away with it. Let us know what you thought of the show on that. We're going to try and, like I said, format it more. Going to get the graphics made to this so Dom has his Dirty Dom dirt sheets. We need Sticks to make a segment so that he can have a segment. We're going to try and streamline how we talk about the shows. Get it dialed in and perfected. Hopefully we can get that before WrestleMania. But if you want more from Sticks and Dom, you can check out Sticks on his channel every Tuesday night for his Doctor Who Rewinds. Of course, you can catch both the boys tomorrow night over on our sister channel, Renovision, link down below.
Yeah, and speaking about tomorrow night, I'm sorry, we're going to be discussing. We didn't have a show last week. So the show that we didn't have last week, we're going to have it this week.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be talking about the MegaCon exclusives, which is going to be a pretty good show. It'll be a long show tomorrow. I think we have a lot of stuff that's going to be carried over.
And MegaCon is going on right now. So.
Yeah, MegaCon. Yesterday was the preview night. I think yesterday. I think today was the first day of
Today was the first open day. Yes,
first open day today. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Thanks, Dub. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dub. Man.
Make sure to check them boys out tomorrow night on the Qualified if you're into not professional wrestling, but comic books as well. You can check out Sticks and I every Saturday night on SNS right here on both of our respective channels where you watch Off the Mat, and you can catch Dom on Renovision on Sundays as part of the Star Wars channel. You can catch more from me throughout the weeks on all of my videos. And please make sure to remember to pick up your copy of Wrestle Heist.
Yes, the new one came out.
Issue 4 hit store shelves yesterday. Make sure to support independent creators, support Kyle Starks, pick up Wrestle Heist, because remember, like he said, he doesn't get paid. He only gets paid by sales. So make sure to pick up Wrestle Heist. This was an amazing issue of Wrestle Heist. We're finally getting into the meat and potatoes of the heist on the Thanksgiving Fest. And I was super excited to read it. I can't wait for issue 5. Great stuff. Make sure to support Kyle.
Did you get the anniversary issue with Invincible in the cover?
No, I didn't.
No.
He's got 3 books out this week. Kyle Starks.
End of Life.
Wrestle Heist. And then I can't remember what his other book is, but But on that note, let us know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the show. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. As those likes and the interaction goes a long way to help us with the YouTube algorithm to let them know that you want more off the mat, and in turn more professional wrestling goodness to tantalize and sexualize your ear holes. With that being said, Dom, take us out with some words of wisdom for this week.
Words of wisdom. Remember the names of people, because sometimes I have a hard time saying names. I don't get them right, which you do some memorization. Try to sit there and look at the name and remind yourself what the name is. Don't just, be very, think before you say.
Yeah. And just a little added, don't be a fucking idiot online and don't send people death threats.
No, exactly.
All right.
Don't
It's not worth it. On that note, have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next Thursday night right here on Off the Mat with more professional wrestling good.
In the ring, the lights go down. Roaring crowd, they scream and shout. Chants echo, shaking the ground. Warriors clash, the game is found.